All right, so here's another story. It's nothing to do with fishing this time. There was fishing that happened, but nothing to do with that. I like to once a year, sometimes twice, sometimes don't do it in a couple of years, do little survival trips. I call them this because it's like stuff like Survivor Man does, but I'm not very good at it. This time here was almost middle of summer. I would say it was late April. Weather was good. And I used to do these all alone, just me and a pack sack, and that's it. This time here, I decided to bring my dog. At the time, she was about a 3-year-old Malamute, maybe four, somewhere in that area. She's a pretty good dog. Still at that age, though, she didn't listen to me fully. So we go to an area off of, it's in between two towns, but it's a trail that goes back to an old mine site. There's lots of offshoots, and I decide I'm going to go in that area. And I picked a destination with my GPS to go back there, find a lake there's no trails to. And go back there and make a shelter, for a couple days, and then get picked up. I think it was 3 days later. So I got dropped off at about 5 o'clock in the morning one morning. Me and my dog. The other dog, who was just a puppy, was in the vehicle. But anyways, it's not about him. He was not happy to see me leave, but me and my 3 or 4-year-old Malamute head across a river and starting our trek. It's about 16 kilometers, somewhere in that area. And beautiful morning, everything was great. Took a lot to get in. After we got kind of off the main beaten path and got away from the trails, she's veering all over the place. She does not want to stay with me. I got a couple of videos on my phone where she did not want to listen, and I had to hold her down by the collar. But anyways, by the time we got into the lake that I decided to be, she got a lot better, and she was sticking by me. After I say she got a lot better, I did tie her up to a tree for a half an hour just to show her who the fucking boss was, because god damn it, she wasn't listening at that point. But anyways, after that, she decided to listen, so cool. So decided it's about time to make food. We made a little semi-shelter and decided to make a fire, and I put some ravioli on. Lo and behold, guess what comes up the trail that we walked in on? It's not a real trail, but a bear. I've experienced a lot of bears living in northern Ontario, close to Highway 144. And I never really had much of a problem with them. A couple little incidents, but nothing too big. Usually you yell at them, they fuck off. Well, this one did not want to fuck off. It was walking exactly where we came in and wanted to come closer. So I yell at it, hey, bear, get back, back. It ends up putting its head down, looking at me through its brow, and comes charging ahead. I swear I thought to myself, this is fucked. I was shocked that it reacted this way. And I guess my 3 or 4-year-old Malamute decided the exact same thing. And she charged towards this thing. I was in shock at first. It ends up turning around to run. She grabs it and bites it on the ass. It turns around, gets on its hind legs, and starts to make a sound to roar towards her, or whatever the hell it was going to do. She didn't give it the chance. She jumps up, grabs it by the chest, and starts violently shaking it. The bear realizes, oh shit, this means business. It turns around to run the opposite direction, dragging my probably about 95 to 100-pound dog underneath her, and then takes off in the other direction. She gets knocked off and takes off towards them. So I start running towards them, and I realize I'm unarmed. If it comes down to me, the dog, and the bear all together, we're both going to lose. So I run back to my campsite, grab my machete, and run off in the direction they went in. It might have been 15, 20 seconds, and all of a sudden, I can't hear them at all. I'm stopped. I can't hear anything. No branch snapping, nothing. I don't know if it already killed her, if she's dead. I think that they just got so far away in that short period of time that I can't even hear them anymore. So I'm going to yell. I'm going to try to change the name up here. I'm not going to say Dakota because that's not my dog's name. So I'm going to say Kodaka. So I'm yelling, Dokata, Dokata, Dokata. And she will not come. And I keep on going in that direction, knowing that if I end up coming back from this situation without my dog, that I'm going to die myself. Because my fiance that is expecting on pickup for me and the dog to be there is gonna kill me if I don't come back with the dog. So I'm freaking out because this is my life on the line here. And I keep on going in that general direction, not hearing a thing, and then all of a sudden, Tokata comes back to me, just prancing, ever so gently, not a scratch on her, and it comes back to me, back to the campsite. And I'm just blown away by it. And I took a couple of videos of her sitting by me, and for the next maybe 3 to 4 hours, she was just on guard. So that's the story of the greatest dog that I've ever had. And yeah, she might have saved my life that day. Because she could have died, and you know what? When a bear acts that way, you don't know how it's going to react. And the only thing that might have saved me in that situation was her acting so aggressive, it knew it was time to get the hell out. So, that's just another survival story.